You, of all people! Why are you here?
Well, shit.
Just leave.
Wait, is that Kaidan? By the divines, I haven't seen you in... What is it? More than 10 winters now. I think the last time I saw you, we locked Lemkel in the privy, then shook it and screamed giant so he ran out with his pants down.
Aye, those were the days.
Got a switch taken in my backside so hard I couldn't sit for a week. I was sad to see you leave after that with... Brynjar, was it? Where is he? Is he with you?
No, Brynjar died.
I'm sorry to hear that, friend. He was a good man. I still use that tracking trick he taught me when hunting. Maybe we could have an ale later, toast to him, and talk of old times.
Aye.
Of course, my friend. Was something the matter? About Kaidan? Oh yes, I see. How can I help you? Of course, friend. I was quite young then. A few years younger than him. I remember there was a bad storm that night. My father went out to check the stock and came back in with a man carrying a boy a bit bigger than I was. Yes, he was quite ill, you see. My father put them up in a room and sent me to go get some herbs from Ennis. I remember being really scared of the storm. However, my father had told me I had to hurry or the boy might not make it. Yes, friend. It was a close call for a while there. The man with him, Brynjar, actually made the journey to Whiterun to purchase some tonics from the shop there. He left that night in the worst of the storm. I remember hearing him talk to my father. He scared me a little. At the time, he was just very worried about leaving. Made my father promise to keep guard until he came back. It's like he thought the storm and the illness were not the biggest dangers. Yes, friend. He returned in less than half the time the journey would normally take. And Kaidan recovered within a week, thanks to the medicines Brynjar was able to bring back. He was confined to bed for a while, though, so I spent a lot of time with him talking and playing games. They left as soon as he was able to travel. After that, they made a point of stopping here randomly over the years. Any time, my friend. I'd be happy to share with you, you just need ask. So, you're a real adventurer now. I remember we used to talk about the things we would see and do. I'm glad you had your chance. I'm hoping that soon it will be my turn, too.
That's a kind sentiment, but I've spent a long time wandering. It can be a lonely life.
I always rather envied you, you know?
Yes,
I know you used to tell me that you wished you had a quiet home here like I do, but the things you got to see and do with Brynjar were all I wanted. I still do, for that matter. I guess it is true. We always want what we don't have.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Of course, friend. What would you like to know? Quiet, at first. He seemed confused why I kept coming to visit him. Life here could sometimes be rather dull for a young boy, so having someone close to my age to talk to was, well, exciting. Oh, that was just at first. Don't think he was really used to other children. They traveled a lot, you see. I think once he realized I just wanted to be friends, he seemed to relax a bit. He used to ask me a lot of questions about my life here. I found it a bit bewildering that he was so fascinated with living in one place. Then he told me once he'd never had a bed of his own. More often than not, just slept on the ground. At the time, I thought it was all so exciting. No. His guardian, Brynjar, never let them stay anywhere for more than a fortnight, and even then only on rare occasions. I remember thinking how thrilling it must be to go anywhere you wanted at a moment's notice with everything you owned in a pack on your back. It's funny looking back now that he never seemed to feel the same. Any time, friend. My father, Ralki, manages the inn. He used to be a soldier, but he left that life behind.
I am.
Thank you.
Safe travels to you in your journeys.
Kaidan? I better not be catching you and Erik tying any of my chickens to goats and racing them again.
Fair enough.
All right then.
My father is never going to let us forget that. Well, we wanted to race the goats as riders. Only I couldn't stay on mine, and the one Kaidan had kept ramming him in the... you know. After the third time, and once he could get up off the ground and walk again, he decided we needed to think up a new plan. Don't ask me to explain it. It was all his idea. I was just his sidekick and also the chicken wrangler. I guess it depends on what you mean by one. Mine just stood there and ate grass while the chicken picked fleas off her back. Kaidan's, though... I guess it wanted to go for a fourth shot. Took off chasing him with the chicken on its back, flapping its wings and clucking like mad. Goat got him right in the, backside and knocked him flat face first in a puddle. That was when my father showed up. My backside sure didn't think so when my father got through with the switch. Brynjar made him clean the goat's pen, with the goat that hated him still in it. I think the count hit double digits by the time he finished. He walked funny for a few days after that. We never messed with the goats again.